I'm Jim Malone on another one of my deer hunting episodes here. Last night, October 19th, here in Minnesota, I was bow hunting for white-tailed deer, and I just had a fabulous night. Three nice size bucks, and had a great time. There's a hot trail here. They were just stringing 1, 2, 3, about 10 minutes apart, every one of them. And number one was a big one, and I have to admit, I shot at him at 15 yards. We had a little stare down. I shot, and I put the arrow. He ducked, and I shot high anyway, I guess. I saw the arrow go right over his back. He just pranced off like nothing happened, and wasn't too spooky. And then a little while later, coming down the same trail was a little 6-point sized deer. I just let him walk by. I got to watch him. Of course, he posed like a statue for me many times, and so let him go by, and it was about 20 minutes before the end of hunting light, and I figured I'd go down and just hopefully maybe see, make sure that I didn't have blood on the weeds from that first shot. And so I went down there. I was walking around, I confirmed there's no blood. I turned back to go back to my deer stand over here to get my bow and head home. I turned around and looked, and here's another third buck coming down the trail from the south here. And I hid behind the tree, and he came in, and right along the trail there, the 20-yard line, I shot and zipped him. And he just kind of took a few hops, and then he just walked. And I saw him lay down. I saw him go down the weeds. So I waited about an hour, went back and looked where I'd seen him go down. I found his blood spot where he laid, but he was gone. So here I am the next morning, coming back, and I'm going to retrace my footsteps here and see if I can find him. Hopefully he didn't go too far and laid down again, and so we'll go give her a look. Well, this is my stand location just past my bridge here on the creek. And you can see there she is, a big API baby grand stand up there. And I'm using these climbing rails by Ameristep. I just love these climbing rails. They put on each side. A set of 4 of them can get you way up there. And they're so easy to put in and put out. So I'm really happy with the way these function. So my deer was out here about 20 yards away, and I'm going to go see if I can find my arrow, and from there work my way north. That's the way I saw it go. Okay, well there's the stand. I'm at about 25 yards here to this little pond, and there's a little trail on the shore. Okay, well here's the pond. Here's the pond, and here's the trail right here. That's right about where he was. If I look at the line, he must have been right about here when I shot. Oh, this is that big marsh grass. It's so deep here. I was hoping with this little pond here that I'd find a floating arrow. You know, could I believe it would have passed through him? But who knows? It's kind of a stagnant little pond, but I don't see any arrow floating near shore here or anything. But he hopped and walked up this way, so I'm going to head off and see if I can find some blood. Okay, he was up here about 40, 50 yards, maybe about 40 yards where I saw him go down. Okay, well, here I believe is a spot that I quit following him last night, because from my stand I saw him lay down in this area, and this is a bed here, and I can still see some blood in it, and it's wet in here. And so when I looked last night, the water was just full of pink blood, pink water here, and so this is where I backed off. And so now it's a multiple choice which way to go. This is the best trail heading south. I think I'm going to take it. And we've got a little creek to cross, and a right or left, I don't know, but presumably if he sticks with the main trail, that's what he'll do. So we'll go find him. Okay, here's a little tributary creek crossing here, or going across here. This is one of the few places I can jump across the creek, and it also works good for the deer. And I can see, I think he went this way because we've got a real good jump mark, big plow marks from his feet where he hit right here. And I can see where he leaped over this little creek and went over there, and I can see the mud he left on the weeds. So, no blood yet. I think he's probably so soaking wet from laying in that water a little while ago that he wasn't going to be dripping. So it's going to make blood tracking really tough. So if not, I have to hope for a little luck, because we're virtually in a cattail marsh in here. Cattail and marsh weeds. So, take a jump here. Okay, well, oh, here we go. Ha ha ha. I've got blood here. I got a little blood just beyond that crossing where we did on the creek, so I know he's on this leg of the trail and gonna curve and go west. Woohoo! Yahoo! There he goes! Oh, look at those antlers! Oh, beauty! Hey. Look at you! Oh man! Are you beautiful? Man! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Typical nice big 8-pointer, and he has a split brow tine here. Just a nice bull buck. Beautiful. I can see I hit him here. Pretty good hit, halfway between the belly and the top of the back, and a little bit behind the elbow. We can't get worse than that. Can't get better than that. Ah, nice big buck. Oh boy, are you stiff. Oh. I'm hoping you size up for a Pope and Young this year. Nice 8-pointer. Okay, well this is the result of a real exciting day yesterday. I just had so much fun with these whitetails. They were just going crazy on my bow hunting spot. Up to yesterday, I hadn't even seen a buck whitetail. And yesterday I had 3 of them in an evening hunt between 5 and dark. And so it was real exciting. I never saw a doe. It just Buck City here last night. So I better get to work. Just shot a big doe, and you saw her when she was out here by the pond, and she went off there a little bit to the east and disappeared down in the bushes. So I'm gonna have to wait her out, and I'm probably 5:50, 6 o'clock. Holy gosh! I'm gonna give her till about 6:45, so just about dark. I'm gonna head out and can tell. I'm gonna review the footage, but I can tell that I hit a little bit behind the heart zone, And I think I hit right dead center in the area of the liver, again, halfway between. Saw my deer go down. I'm going to wait her out. I'm happy that's my second deer with a bow this week. So tune in, we'll see what happens. We'll go looking for her later. Well, I was amazed. I can't believe how wet it is in here. But there's a bush straight ahead up here about not too far away. And that's the last where I saw the deer. So let's hope. It's so weedy in here, there's no way we're going to have to go on blood. I'm just going to try to hone in on the bush. Out in here. Okay. Well, there's the bush right there. Oh, darn it. Oh my God, Lyle, look at this right on the right. She's laying there stone dead.
Wow.
Whoa, look at that.
You almost stepped on her.
Look at that. Here I was worried we'd have to walk out that bush. It's so doggone wet around here. Look at you. Oh, you a beauty. This is a big doe. Okay, well look at you, man. And I sure am glad. I'm sure I'm glad you didn't send me on a goose chase out in this swamp. I've got my high water boots on, and I've already went over on one of them. But this is a real, this is the real swamp marsh out here, isn't it? It's actually the same one I got the buck in, you know, the other day.
We were in water 2 feet deep.
Yeah. Oh, she's a big doe, huh?
Oh yeah, dandy.
Big heavy doe. We're going to learn that just dragging her out of here. But it was really fun. I was watching that trail coming from the north, and a young one came up the trail. You know, and I had my video camera preset and everything for that spot. So if I did get a shot tonight, I'd be ready. And young one came up, and it paused out of range. And then a little while later, this big doe came with another yearling. And they came up the trail, and then she kind of took over and started leading the way. And you'll see it in the video. She came across right at my 20-yard line, right near the pond where I shot at the buck the night before. And so, I should say a few nights ago. And anyway, I got her right through the bullseye, saw her run off deep into the swamp here, saw her disappear here by the bush, and here she is. So, whitetail number 2 for Minnesota. It's a beautiful big doe, and I've got a friend who wants some venison, so his family is going to be happy this year. So I better get this guy out of the swamp and get going.